One of the most important things in older adult or sensational senior fitness is balance. In my other work as an orthotist, I see so many falls, so many fractures, so many injuries. If you end up in hospital, you're at risk of getting other infections. So balance is imperative. I have a few chair balance exercises for you to do today and a few that are without the chair. So if you can do some balance exercises every day and reduce your risk of falls, you're going to find 30 way more often. To start off with, we're going to put our hands, now this can be in front of a bench, in front of a rail, anything, so long as you've got something just to hold on to start. We're putting our hands in front of us. We are raising up and down and up and down. Some might think this is simple, but as you get older, our calves are weak. So raising up and down and up and down. As we do this, suck in your pelvic floor and your core, make everything tight. It makes everything easier. If you let everything hang out and you try and balance, you've got no hope. So, improve your posture, suck in your pelvic floor, make your core nice and tight like a binder, raising up and down and up and down. This time, raise up, let go and down, up, let go and down. I'm going to turn the chair slightly to the side. So, what we're actually going to do now is bring our feet slightly together. Bend your knees. As you raise, lift one leg up. Now, if you need to, you may keep your fingers on the chair. You might want to bring one arm up and one knee up. If you can, have the base leg slightly bent and bring both hands up and balance for 4, 3, 2, 1 and down. So bending your knees, lifting the other leg up. Like I said, you can keep one hand on, you can have one arm off, or you can have both hands off for 4, for 3, for 2 and 1. Let's do 8 of those. So we're going bend and lift for 4, for 3, for 2 and 1, and bend and lift for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. What I don't want to see is, I've seen my sensational C do this before. They go bend and up, put their knee on the chair and hold like that. That knee must be behind the chair. So, for bend and up and lift and 2 and 3 and 4 and bend and lift 4, for 3, for 2 and 1. Bend and lift 4, for 3, for 2 and 1. Bend and lift for 4, 3, 2, 4 more. Bend and lift 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend and lift 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending and lifting 4, 3. Suck that core up. Bend and lift, and the pelvic floor 4, 3, 2 and 1. Well done. Okay, so the next ones I'm going to do hopefully without the chair, but what I want to show you is you can hold on to the chair if you need to. So we're going to do something called circumduction, which means you're going to bring your leg on an angle around. Okay, so I'm going to do them without the chair, but by all means, if you need to hold on to a chair, please do. So I'm just going to push that away for the moment. I'm going to place my hands on my hips. So I'm going to bend the supporting knee just slightly. On this time it's my left. So we're going to bring the leg forward, keep it on the ground, around and in. We're going to do 4 of them. Forward, around and in. Now we're holding in our pelvic floor and our core. Forward, around and in, and forward, around and in. Changing sides. Base leg is slightly bent. Everything's nice and firm and tight like a binder. Your pelvic floor is up. So we're going forward, around. Keep breathing, everybody, and in. Forward, around and in. No funny faces. Forward, around and in. forward, around, and in. Let's make that just that little bit harder. So you can stay with that base move where your foot is touching the ground. Otherwise, bend that base knee just slightly, make everything firm. Keep breathing, shoulders down. Too many things to remember. So we're going to take the leg off the ground, around, and in. We're going to keep it up for 4. Forward, around, and in. Forward, around. This is a little bit challenging, but I'm sure you can work towards it. Forward, around, and in. Changing legs. And up. Forward, around, and in. Forward, around, and in. Forward, around, and in. And forward, around, and in. Well done. Next exercise. Okay, so this looks simple, but really it's not. So we're going to start with our hands on our hips. Now, if you want a little bit more stability, you can take your hands to your side. If you want to make it a bit harder, you can take your hands above your head. The hardest is to close your eyes, but I don't think that's a good idea for you guys just at the moment. So I'm going to start with my hands on my hips. We're going to do heel to toe walking. Now, when we shorten or make our base of the support more narrow, we are more unstable. If we go too fast, it's going to be easier. So we want to keep it slow and controlled. So bringing one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. That's all we need to do. But for a lot of people, this will be very, very difficult. Slow, controlled. Make sure that your core is nice and firm, toe to heel. Toe to heel. Keep breathing, toe to heel. If we do this in a big group, I like to do a big hug in the middle, but I guess that's not possible at the moment, is it? Okay, so when we get to about 10, we're going to take it back. Keep breathing. Don't turn around. Go backwards. Just make sure there's nothing behind you. Go backwards. Go backwards. Backwards is a little bit harder and not too fast. Go backwards. One more time. Let's take our arms out to the side, this time just for a bit of variety. And forward, and forward. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't do this after a couple of wines or beers. Go backwards, go backwards, go backwards, go backwards, whoop, go backwards, go backwards. I'm losing my balance, my goodness. Go backwards. Well done. Okay, so the last exercise we're going to do is called around the clock, which I think is pretty appropriate because we're rolling back that clock, aren't we? So one way we're going forward at the clock, the other way we're rolling back with the clock. Let's see if we can find our 30. Now, so with your right leg, we're going to move around the clock in hours. So we're going with a lunge, 12 o'clock, move to 1, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4, 5, you can see my foot is going to 6 o'clock, 6, can that same foot get to 7? 7, 8, if you're lucky you'll get to 9, 9 o'clock, not many people can get there. Don't try and go beyond 9, you'll hurt your hips. Let's go with the other side. 12 o'clock, now that's not 1 o'clock on the other side, it's 11. 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and can we get to 3? 3 o'clock, well done. Let's repeat that once again. So we've got 12 and count it out at the same time because it's good for your memory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we're going to get there, 9, last one, 12. What is it? It's 11. Counting backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, we're nearly there. 5, 4, and 3 o'clock, which is afternoon tea time. Well done.